frequency for emergency use. Please come now. Hearing no one, good evening everybody. My name's Guy. My call sign is Whiskey 5 Charlie Mike Kilo. And we're about to enter into the finest hour of amateur radio that's ever done in a week. The Boat Anchors Unlimited net. For the next hour or so, or whatever it takes, we're going to discuss, share problems and solutions about these old glow-in-the-dark tube-type rigs. And we're open to a little buy, sell, and trade as long as it is boat anchor related. And this is a directed net, so please channel all of your comments and concerns and speaking points through one of the net controls, which I will be one. Lynn's having a little difficulty hearing anybody down there. He's got a lot of problem line noise in the area, but Jay, KM5QS, will be helping us out here, and we'll just do what we do best, and that's run our mouths. Over. All right, tonight I'm running my Drake TR4 with no suffix, and I'm using a Shure 444 microphone into a Henry 2K Classic Export up to a double bazooka, a dual band double bazooka at about 45 feet, and I am located just about 10 or so miles south of the Interstate 20 corridor in northeast Texas, just outside of Kilgore. Hey, Lynn, K5LYN has an announcement to make, so Lynn, if you can hear me, come now with your announcement, please.
Yeah, thank you a lot, Guy. This is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin, and I'm on the Central Electronics 20A Hallicrafters SX115 homebrew amplifier transceive station tonight. And there's construction in my neighborhood, and sometimes there's equipment running that's so loud, I mean, it sounds like a saw running on my receiver tonight, and I just can't hear anybody but the strongest station, so I'm going to mostly stand by, but I need to report that I got a call from Richard Cobb, K5CGI, about an hour ago, and he had learned that Gary, W5BFA, who's had some health concerns the past few months, finally lost his life to those concerns. Gary was one of the guys that's been with us from the beginning. He was a nice guy. We knew him at Belton, and I'm sorry to report that he's gone from here, but he's on to his way to a better place. And we'll miss Gary a lot. Back to you, Guy, K5LYN. I'm listening.
Well, it's sad news, Lynn, but let's just have a moment of silence in silent key for Gary.
Rest in peace, partner. KG5 be good.
He will be sorely missed. Good amateur operator. All right, well, let's move on with what we got going on here. And I got some folks on the list that's checked in early for the Boat Anchors Unlimited. And hey, Joseph, I'm going to start with you because you're at the top of my list, WA5EIJ and the Boat Anchors, W5CMK.
Whiskey 5 Country Music King, the champion fuse blowers of Texas. This is Whiskey Alpha 5 Echo India Juliet, Joseph Magnolia, also a fuse blower. You guys are listening to a Central Electronics 200V. I'm listening to you guys on a Drake R4 Charlie. And I'm sorry to hear that about Richard. I'm sorry to hear that about Gary. I'm glad Richard called. Thanks, Richard. I imagine you're monitoring. We appreciate your help with us. Okay, Guy, I'm going to turn it back to Ned. Over.
Okay, good deal. Thanks for being there when we get this thing kicked off, because I know when I came in here a while ago, you were on that high-fangled, high-priced falutin radio and told me I was almost on frequency.
Well, you were close.
Well, close is good in hand grenades and horseshoes, right?
Absolutely. Go to the head of your class.
Roger that. All right. Hey, Denver, N5OJB, what's up? Well, I guess we can come back to Denver. Let's see. Hey, George, over in Central Austin, WB5TXW, what's up?
How do, Guy, and hello all around the net from WB5TXW, Austin, Texas. Here on the S-line, 32S175S3030L1, the power supply, the speaker box, out through an antenna tuner to a full wave 75-meter dipole fed with 450 ohm twin lead, and using a Shure 444 microphone. So I'm getting better reports on this thing, Guy, I think, than I was on the 10 Delta, so I think this is the way to go. Over.
Well, I'd have to agree. Yeah, that 10 Delta, I have one of those also, and it's one of those that'll punch through everything out there, but it doesn't have the fidelity that these 444s do, and I hope mine sounds as good as yours does. Over.
You're sounding like you're right here in the room with me. I think my 10 Delta is just, there's no telling how old that thing is since I bought the 10 Delta. Of course, I could have bought this one the same way, swap fest outside in the rain. But anyway, that's it. Sorry to hear about the silent key, WB5TXW back to net.
All right, George. Yeah, that 444 is doing you a good job. All right, let's see who else we got here. KG5BZ, come on in and let us know what you got going on.
All right, Guy, can you hear me?
Yeah, just barely, but go ahead.
All right. I'll try to make it short. Jay might need a relay. The tag on the back of the radio says it was manufactured in May of 1958. It's a Swan 175 monoband rig, and I'm on a D10A sideband head that used to be on my 750CX. I really want that rig back, but the power supply is in another state at the moment. The transformer out of the power supply. All right, that's about it. Just running rig power, 1950s vintage, late 50s, rig power, dipole, Alpha Delta DXCC, and the D10A head on just kind of like sort of on a stand. Over. Back to net. That's all I got.
Okay, Jay, I really couldn't pick him out of there. Is something you want to relay? Anything he had to say?
Yeah, he's on a Swan 175. It's a monobander. He would really like to be on his 700, but the power supplies, parts of it are in another state right now. But when he gets it back, he'll fire that one up. And he's on a microphone, 10DA microphone, I believe is what it was. And once he got the sweet tea out of it, it works pretty good. So that was about it. Back to net, KM5QS.
Yeah, you spill that sweet tea in there, all of his words are going to be sticking together tomorrow. Over.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, good deal. Let's see. Hey, Rusty, WK5R, if your tower's still standing up, come on in here.
It's still standing up, Guy. Good evening, everybody. This is WK5R. Name's Rusty, and I'm located up here in northeast Texas, just about halfway between Dallas and Tyler. And we're on the 101 EE with the Audio Technica AT2035 microphone, and we're driving the GF35B amp, something about around 1,300 watts or so. There. Hope this thing's sounding all right, and I hope I'm on frequency there. Sorry to hear about Gary there. Knew him well. I think what I'll do is I've got two of the 117X power supplies that belong to him. I was supposed to return them to him after rebuilding them for a trade for that SX111. So what I think I'll do, since he probably won't need them, and his wife, they'll probably be selling what he had. I think I'll just put these up for sale and then send the money on, except for the shipping, send the money on to them if I can figure out how to do that. They'll both go for about about $90 a piece, and they're fully rebuilt and everything, ready to go. They're not in the speaker cabinet, but they're ready to go. And my telephone number is 903-873-3135. And I'm good on QRZ for the email if you want to email me. And for Mike there, I'm getting up behind the microphone here. I've got your J68 plug, the 316 for the Drake. I've got it in a little envelope, already got it addressed, and I'll be putting that in the mail tomorrow. So it'll be on its way to you. That's all I've got, guys. Back to you, WK5R. Back to the boat anchor.
Comment?
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, Rusty, just a thought. If anybody wants to buy those, and that's a deal for $90 a shot, just have them pick up the shipping and just send her the net.
Yeah, you copy that, Rusty?
Is he already on the phone?
It may be. Yeah, I think probably that we don't need to rush to that. There may be some more products that need to be taken care of, and Lynn can maybe coordinate that through I don't remember who he said called him about, Gary, but yeah, that we don't want to rush to anything on that. Let's let it kind of sift itself out there.
Yeah, we really don't know what Gary might have lined up ahead of time with her and one thing and another, so it would probably be best to hold off until things could be confirmed. CGI, Charlie George India, was who called in.
I'm back. Can you copy me now, guy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did y'all copy what I said, or did I go berserk there?
No, he was all right, Rusty, but we were just saying that we probably ought to hold off a little bit and don't rush into to getting rid of those power supplies, because we really don't know what all was planned for that stuff. So let's I would suggest let's just kind of hold off.
Hey, Guy.
Yeah, go ahead, Lynn.
Yeah, the fellow that contacted me, we all know him, Richard, K5CGI, and his email is goodinqrz.com.
Okay, there you go, Rusty. Why don't you get with Richard and see? He's probably going to end up handling the Silent Key estate. So, and that's not me rushing to judgment. That's just me saying what I'm thinking.
Okay, CGI, that's the guy that rides around on the little cart. That's that Richard, isn't it?
Roger. Drags his little trailer behind his cart.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'll wait then. I didn't know what all was going on, but I figured they'd rather have the money than the stuff now.
Well, that's probably true, but we probably just need to let things settle down a little bit and then go from there, I'd say.
I agree. You need to check with her before you assume anything. Or Richard, get somebody anyway.
Yeah, and just a note to that 3/16 mic plug for these Drakes, and they also, I believe, the Collins uses the same plug. That is the same plug that those telephone operators used to use on the switchboard way back when.
Yep, man. Switchcraft was the only company that made them.
That is correct. I happen to have a few extras, but I happen to be going to hold on to them, too.
I still got another extra one, and I've got one of them adapters like you're talking about, so that's why I thought I'd send Mike one so he can get his stuff, what he needs to do down there.
Oh, there you go. All right, speaking of Mike, KL7CD, well, you're next. Come on in here.
Okay, Guy, thanks for picking me up. I appreciate the help on that mic plug. They're like hen's teeth, and you go on eBay, and I did go on there, and I finally found one for $20, and I didn't look close enough. It's my fault, and I got one that it's not going to work. I can tell you that. You got to have some other kind of adapter to work with it. I just didn't pay close attention. Anyway, you know what may happen here? Richard Cobb may buy that whole estate, because I've never seen him sell anything, and all I've seen him do is buy stuff, so no telling what's going to happen there. But since he's the one that called in, he'd probably be the one to contact and see what the plans are and all that, especially if you have some of his stuff there, Rusty, that you've worked on and is, got to be disposed of. Just talk to Richard and get his advice. Anyway, tonight I'm on Hallicrafters Twins, my old SX-117 receiver, HT44 transmitter in transceive mode, and I have the matching speaker and power supply for the transmitter. These units were manufactured and sold between about 1962 and 1965, and running up to a Heathkit SB220 amplifier running about 900 watts on the peaks, and my antenna is a dipole of about 25 feet. Same old rig I always run, it just takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Only problem I've had with this transmitter is every once in a while I monitor my output signal on a scope that I sample off my transmission line, and it'll be flat with no modulation. It'll be a flat line, and then a week or two later, all of a sudden I'll look over there and I've got a carrier, and I have to take the lid off and adjust the carrier balance, and I can balance it right down to nothing. But I must have some component values or something changing in that particular circuit, or maybe it's tube aging. I don't know, but that's happened a couple times in the last 6 months. I've noticed I've developed a carrier, so I kind of watch for it now. I can balance it out, but it's just curious to me why it doesn't stay balanced out. And it just seems to happen all of a sudden. It jumps, and I've got a carrier. Anyway, using a Shure 444D microphone, those are really popular. I picked up a 522 at Belton from one of Nick's buddies there, new in the box, for $50, and that's the one I'm going to try to wire up and use with this T4X if I can get a plug. That's what's going on here. A beautiful day today, and it's supposed to be nice weather for the next few days. Back to that. This is Kilo Lima 7 Charlie Delta. My name is Mike. I'm in New Braunfels in the Hill Country.
All right, good deal, Mike. Yeah, it's kind of curious. The T4XB that I'm working on, I got full output on 80, almost full on 40, nothing on 20, and about 30 watts on 10. So anyway, it's got some issues too, but I'm going to work on those.
Everyone I've had it's been a similar story to what you're telling. One I bought there from I can't think of his name. He's Nick's buddy. One that goes on all the DXpeditions. It's a T4XC, and it has full output on 80, 40, about 70 watts on 20, or maybe 80 watts, and nothing on 10. But the thing that was really bad is when I plug a microphone into it, it has very, very little output on sideband. I get it on CW, I get a full signal on AM, but anyway, it's not working on sideband. So, it's working a little bit, but not enough to drive an amp or anything like that. So there's some kind of problem in the sideband generation area. It puts out a carrier. It's a controlled carrier. When I speak into the microphone, I get big time output on AM, but not on sideband, which is really curious. So I got that one I'm working on, and then I bought this T4X, and I got to get it working on all bands. And it has a similar. I get good output on, let's just say 40 meters. I get output on the T4X on CW and AM. Anyway,
the 10 meter is kind of lacking on those things anyway, but who knows? Heck, what, 40, 50 years ago, it was something different.
I'd deoxit the heck out of the mode switch.
Yeah, the mode switch or the function switch or something. There's something in there that's probably not much of a issue, just needs a little bit of tender loving care. All right, hey Jay, you want to pick up a few M5QS from W5C, MK, and the boat
anchor? I may just need to work on it a little bit more. And, of course, this T4X, I just now recapped it, and I'm just kind of getting into it, and I haven't deoxidated those two switches yet. I need to do that, too. And I wiggled those crystals in their sockets because those will oxidize and you'll lose contact, and all of a sudden you don't have output on a band, so I have been working on that.
Well, I have been told that deoxit and Drake pots and switches are not a good combination.
Comment?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I had a Drake wafer that shorted from one side of the disc to the other after I put deoxit on it. I'd be real careful about deoxit on those things.
Okay, thanks, Lynn.
Did you copy David? David, did you? Mike, did you copy Lynn?
Yeah, I did. I told him thank you. I've actually been using contact cleaner. I haven't got the deoxit to them yet. Just switching them back and forth and using contact cleaner. But I know those wafer switches, those phenolics are kind of sensitive to deoxit. So if I use it, I'm going to be real careful.
Okie dokie. Well, just passing on what I've heard. Okay, hey Jay, KM5QS, take her away.
Oh, okay. Let me see what. Oh, my goodness. Alrighty, I'm going to quit watching the meter and concentrate on what I'm doing. This is Jay, KM5QS, and this is the boat anchor's nest this evening. Was really sad to hear about Gary, 35BSA, knowing for a long, long time. We're really going to miss him. He was an excellent person and a good amateur radio operator, and we need more people like him. And sorry to see him go. We're all headed down that road, so oh my goodness. I guess we ought to treat each other better, see what happens with that. Anyway, I am on the Collins KWM2A this evening with 30L1 and an Electro Voice 664 microphone, homebrew antenna and feed line and all that stuff. And we're looking for check-ins on the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. So anyone we haven't visited with yet, if you're ready to check into the net, come down with your call sign or suffix, please.
W5XU.
Kilo 5, Lima Alpha.
Okay, that's two. We'll go from there and then pick up some more. Go ahead, David.
Good evening, Jay. Good evening to everyone. We're using the radio we used a couple of weeks ago. It's the Drake TR7 with the L7 running about 500 watts tonight, and a 80-meter dipole running east-west. Well, one leg is running east-west, one leg is running a little bit skewed of that because this past week the antenna broke and I had to repair it, and it's on a different tree. So that's what it is. The mic is a Shure 444. Anyway, sorry to hear about the gentleman who passed on. I've been dealing with my sister and her husband who passed on 2 weeks ago, and it's just an awful lot of paperwork and an awful lot of stuff that you got to go through. God bless all of you. We'll see you next spring. W5XU. Take it, Jay.
All righty. Thank you, David. Thanks for checking in. Next spring. You're not going to come in October?
No, I don't think I'm going to be able to make the fall one. There's just too much going on right now.
Yeah, I understand. Alrighty. Well, thank you, David. We'll talk to you when we can. See you next week. KK5LA. Go ahead, sir.
Alrighty then. Hello, Jay, and everybody there on the net. Name here is Doug. Call is Kilo 5 Lima Alpha. We're located southeast of San Antonio in Atkins, Texas. And tonight I'm running the Swan 300. Just barefoot radio, no amplifier. Amplifier's still broke, so we're still kind of working on that. Into a homebrew inverted V up about 65 feet. Antenna. Microphone is a Charlie Mike 17 Lima, little desk mic here. And that's about it. Thanks for picking me up. And Jay, I will be there in the fall. This is KK5LA. Thanks a lot.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, we got a little ways to go yet. All right, let me back up a little bit and see if Denver ever came back on. N50JB. Denver, you out there?
Oh, yeah, I'm always out here. I had to just step out of the room for a little bit earlier. But, yeah, I'm here, and of course, I'm on an almost boat anchor. It ought to be considered a boat anchor as old as the thing is. But it's an IC701. But I'm checking in using a FL2100 amplifier and some inverted V's out there called like a fan dipole. But y'all are all sounding good. This got to sound, but to me the band sounds good tonight. Yeah, all of you carry on from N50JB.
Okay, Denver, good deal. Now I don't have any blank spots left on my list, so that's I hate not to fill everything in. Thanks, Denver. All right, this is JKM5QS down here in Alice with Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. Anyone wishing to check into the net, would you come now, please?
Kilowatt 8, Whiskey Oscar Zulu.
Whiskey 5, Foxtrot Papa Tango.
K560.
Bravo Tango Mexico.
K560.
Alpha 5 Sierra Lima.
Okay, I've got a few. I missed a couple. Well, I'll pick the two. If I don't call you, I'll call you in a couple minutes when I get through with these other first three. Dan, K8 Whiskey Oscar Zulu. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Jay, and everyone else on the boat anchors. This is Dan in Houston. I'm cheating a bit here. This is an old ICOM 735, and I'm driving a Alpha 76. And the antenna is a, what do you call it, a two-band bazooka up there about 36 feet. And the microphone is ICOM SM30. I just happened to hear Doug there. I thought he said his Swan amplifier is not working, and I wonder if that's the one with the sweep tubes in it.
I don't know. Doug, is that the one with the sweep tubes in it?
Yeah, Dan, that's the one with the sweep tubes, and I fired it up the other day, a couple weeks ago, and I blew a cap, so there we go.
Oh, you're kidding. My God. Oh, those things were fine. Geez. Yeah, you can't let them sit.
Yep, probably need to just go ahead and replace all of them.
Yeah. Well, there was one. It would be the left-hand one closest to the front panel. It was heating up a bit to begin with, but after about a week and a half of babying it, they all had the same temperature after, oh gosh, quite a few hours of being on and operating. And I tried again a week later and did the same thing. And but if you let them sit for a few weeks, they're gonna go bad. You're right. Best thing to do is just replace them all. Okay, that's it from here, Jay. Thanks very much.
Okay, Dan. Alrighty, we'll see you in a little bit. Foxtrot Papa Tango. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, Jay, good evening. This is Paul, Papa Alpha Uniform Lima. We're in Jasper, Texas, and we're running an old Kenwood TS 530S into a SB200, into a 2060A, and into a Super Mini Loop. just wanted to check in with you. I enjoy sitting around here listening to all this. So far, so good on all the old equipment that we've got around here. So far, so good, Jay. Over.
Roger on that, Paul. Yeah, classic station there, classic station. You've got 3 of my favorite pieces of equipment. Well, I got a lot of favorites, but those are 3 good ones anyway. Good to hear you, Paul. Thanks for checking in. Anything else from that?
No, sir. Thanks a lot for letting me in. We'll catch you next week. Over.
All righty, no problem. Mr. Bob, KA5CHG. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, hello everybody, K5CXG in San Angelo on the 765, which is definitely a boat anchor. If you ever picked one up, you know that. Don't have much, just barely got back in town today. Had to make a quick trip out of town. I went down to Georgetown this morning and back the same day, and that ain't no fun anymore. You know, it's a lot of driving, a lot of riding. For me, it's a lot of riding. And anyway, don't have much. Everybody's sounding good. We got some static. I don't know where we're getting rain at, but somebody is. Anyway, everybody have a good week. Everybody is sounding fantastic. Even Denver. We'll see y'all later. K560.
Okay, Bob. Can I give you a call after the net's over, or you been, whatever you think?
That would be fine.
All righty, we'll do that. We'll get done here. Thank you, Bob. We'll talk to you later. Okay, there was a couple others I missed. Come now, please.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Sierra Lima.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Tango, Mexico.
Sierra Lima, go ahead. The Mexico station, I'll pick you up next.
All right, well, good evening, Jay. And I heard Ralph in there. I was going to mention that Ralph had been in there earlier, and y'all didn't pick him up. Good evening, Ralph, if you can hear me. The call is Whiskey Alpha 5 Sierra Lima. My name is Scott, and I'm over here about halfway between College Station and Austin. I'm on a hot water 12 on a full wave Delta loop this evening, and that's about the size of it. Using a Shure 444D microphone. Hope everybody can copy me okay. I've got a good copy on everybody, and they're doing a fine job. Back to net, WA5SL, thanks for picking me up.
Okay, Scott, appreciate it. And Ralph, was that you?
That was me. Over.
Okay, I'm sorry. I knew you were in there, but I thought maybe Guy had already picked you up, but I guess he didn't, so go right ahead.
Not a problem there. N5BTM, Ralph and Spring. And Scott, if you're just running barefoot, man, I'll tell you what, you're doing great. Anyway, tonight we're running the old Heathkit green stuff, hot water 12A, and that's driving a homebrew GS35B, about 600 watts or so, going through a Drake MN 2700 tuner, 444 microphone, and with this little 12A, we also have that SB600 speaker combo power supply working, and that's feeding a trap dipole in the inverted V configuration, basically for 80 and 40 meters. Back to you, Jay, N5BTM, and sorry to hear about Gary.
Yeah, that was a shame. I was afraid that we hadn't heard him in quite a while, so I was beginning to wonder. That Heathkit stuff sounded good. It reminds me of back in the days when guys would have one radio for each band. I don't know if that's more efficient or not. Maybe, well, more fun though. Maybe. I don't know. Anything else, Ruff?
No, that's it. Hey, it's doing with what we got. Hopefully we'll get another Heathkit on here in the not too distant future and rotate the crops a little bit over.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm afraid I'll have to, I don't have any room left in here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to get rid of some of the stuff I've already got, so I don't have any place to put it. But anyway, I know that you hate to hear about a fella having such hard luck, I know. Okay, Ralph, we'll talk to you later. It's KM5QS. to Boat Anchors Net. Anyone else?
Alpha Delta Charlie.
Alpha Delta Charlie, go ahead.
Good evening. This is WD5ADC in Arlington. And I'm on the GSB 100 tonight, Drake 2B receiver. That's 3001 amp and D104 mic. It's all terminating in the backyard, inverted viola.
Yes, sir. The 3001 always sounds good. That does. It sounds good. It always does. That proves what folks say. When you've got a good signal and a good nobody knows what kind of radio it is. You can't tell the difference between that and a modern rig. So, what can I say?
Yeah, the key is getting it on frequency and keeping it there.
Yeah, that's the fun part. But when you do that, you could tell them you're talking on a brand new Kenwood. Nobody would have any idea different.
Okay.
Anyway, well, thanks for checking in, and I guess we'll catch you later. Anyone else that we haven't got to yet? Come now, please.
HLV.
Let's say again.
Hotel Oscar Victor.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Walt.
Good evening to the net. This is KB5HLV. Name is Walt. Whiskey Alpha Lima Tango. We're in Lake Dallas, Texas. We're barefoot on HW12A. Electros 502 microphone. And we're into a random length inverted V at 50 feet. Head with ladder line and matched with a SG-235. A lot of them sound good on here this evening, and we always enjoy checking in. Thank you very much, Jay. KB5, HLV is clear.
Okay, Walt, good deal. There you go, Ralph. There's another Heathkit. All right, thank you, Walt. Next on the list is a blank spot. Anyone else we haven't talked to? Come now, please.
India 5, Oscar. 5 Delta Kilo.
Okay, Delta Kilo, I'll pick you up, and there was another station way out there, and maybe one of the other fellas, maybe Guy could hear him a little better. I don't know if I was going to be able to work him, but let me catch Delta Kilo, and then we'll go back to it. Go ahead, sir.
All right. Good evening, Jake. It's Don, Delta Oscar November, Whiskey 5 Delta Kilo. In Spring Branch, north of San Antonio, beautiful hill country. I don't have much, just checking in. Nice to hear everybody. All the old rigs. Everybody's sounding pretty good. Beautiful day. Except it's too much yard work. That's the only thing I got to complain about. I'm on a TR4 Drake. D104 to the 2060 tuner up to a homebrew double extended zip. Probably about 65, 70 feet, so. I'll give it back to you, Jay. Good to hear everybody. Thanks, W5DK.
Okay, Don. Good deal. You're sounding fine down here on that TR4. Guy, could you hear that other station trying to check in?
No, I did not hear them, but I got a couple, 3 here that I question in whether we got them or not. So if you want me to see if I can grab them, I can.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, hello again. My name's Guy. My call sign's Whiskey 5 Charlie Mike Kilo. Located outside of Kilgore, Texas, in the northeast corner of the state. We might have missed Mr. B.I.Z. Come on in if you're still there.
Oh, yeah, I'm still here. K5BIZ in North Dallas, handling his biz. Tonight running a 1980 Atlas 210 barefoot, about 100 watts. And the microphone is a Shure 505 using a crystal element. I have the matching console, but the power supply in the console is very poorly designed. So instead I picked up an Alinco, a brand new Alinco 430T switching power supply. This power supply is 6 inches by 2 inches by 4 inches, and it can produce about 30 amps. That's 30 amps. So I'm going to drop that into the console and make a whole complete turnkey Atlas little station here. So that's the plan for at least next week. So that's it. Everybody doing a fine job through the noise, and we'll just be hopefully checking in next week when conditions are a little bit better. Back to you, W5CMK. This is K5BIZ.
All right, Biz. Well, that sounds like a pretty good plan. That way you can keep it all aesthetically pleasing. All right, I believe I had a Romeo Juliet Echo earlier. Or maybe not. Hey, Byron, EDX, did we get you yet?
No, sir, not yet, but just sitting back here enjoying listening to everybody and hearing everybody and just reminiscing about Gary. Sure gonna miss him. I guess that's why he wasn't at the Belton Ham Fest. I don't remember seeing him this past spring there at Belton, so maybe he was in the hospital. But our prayers go out to Karen, his wife. I believe her name was Karen. Yeah. And we'll be thinking about her. And, you know, they say the good, they die young, which explains why the rest of us are still here, I guess. But, Gary, we're going to miss you, guy. Oh, and we're supposed to talk about radio some, too, right? On a Heathkit, SB 102, barefoot tonight. I think I was on this thing last week. Continue to work on it. Now and then, tonight I turned it on and listened to it for a while, and then the audio went south. Changed a few tubes and didn't come back. All of a sudden it came back, and I can't get it to duplicate. I've been listening to it the whole net. So, still got gremlins up here in Bluffdale, and they come around. They come around just about daily and get in your radio. So keep the covers on the radios, guys, and keep the gremlins out. On the D104, so that explains the bad audio. No, not that. Actually, what happened yesterday, I think summer hit here, because I woke up with a summer head cold and fighting that. So if y'all got any complaints of the audio tonight, it's my stopped up sinuses. Hi. I hope to get over that soon. Back to you guys. Thanks for picking me up, and talk to y'all later. WA5 Edward David X-Ray.
All right, good deal, Ralph. Byron, I hope you get to feeling better. I know how those summertime colds are, man. I got one about 5 years ago or so, and it just drifted along there for about 9 weeks, and I was one miserable puppy. So hope you don't have those bad days.
No, I hope I'm feeling better by tomorrow. Taking enough Benadryl and washing it down with 807, so I think I'll be a little better in the morning. Spent a lot of time in the bag today, and that's why I'm up this late. Hi.
Roger. Well, you know, if you want to put me to sleep, just hand me a bottle of Benadryl and say take one, because I'll lay down right in the middle of wherever I'm at and take a nap right then, because that stuff puts me down. All right, good deal, Byron. Moving right along. I think that's everybody I had on the list up till now, so if there's anybody else that wants to check in with the Boat Anchors Unlimited, come now with your call sign suffix, and I'll get you in here.
Kilo Bravo Papa.
K0SED.
All right, go ahead, Marty.
Thanks, guys. This is Marty, N5KBP. I may be drifting all over the place. I just turned this old Tempo 1 on, so it's warming up. Just got home and came out in the shack. It's no Tempo 1 I just picked up. It's dirty, it's nasty, it's got scratchy controls, but it works. I was told it didn't, but it does work. It's got 11-meter crystals in it, so I got to do something about that, but it looks good, and apparently it talks pretty good. I'm using a Shure Turner 254 ceramic microphone with it, and it came with a digital display that I have never seen before. It's got a tempo. It says tempo on it.
with an H, I guess, for Henry. I think it's a rebadged Spectronics DD1T. It doesn't work, but it looks good. Looks like it's got Nixie bulbs in it. Anyway, that's it on this end. N5 KBP, back to net.
That sounds pretty good over here, Marty. It may be down the band just a tiny little bit from where I'm at, or it may just be the microphone, but no, it sounds like it's doing what it needs to do.
Yeah, I tuned it just a little bit better. How's that?
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right. Like I say, I picked it up off of Facebook, believe it or not. Facebook Marketplace. Got it for a fair price. And like I say, it wasn't supposed to work, but I don't think the old boy had the right microphone on it. He said it wouldn't work on sideband, but as you can tell, it does work on sideband. It's a silver face that has been repainted black. The case is black, but the face is silver. It looks pretty good. I kind of like the looks of it. Anyway, back to that. N5 KBP.
Roger. You know, I've got a carcass out there that if you run into some parts you might need for it, but I kept my silver one and got rid of the black one. Actually, I sold the black one to Gary, rested so.
Well, like I say, this one seems to be good. It's got good output, solid output, even up on the higher bands. The files are in good shape. I do need to take the cover off of it and go through and clean it up quite a bit. It definitely has one of the previous owners was a heavy smoker, and a lot of controls are dirty. They need to be cleaned, but other than that, it's in good shape, real good shape. Looks good. Anyway, I'll throw it back to net. N5 KBP.
All right, good deal, Marty. Hey, Steve, SED, what's up over in Tyler?
Well, Guy, just got back into town for a trip out west. Drove about 5,000 miles and hit only one deer, brother. Anyway, tonight back on the Kenmore 520 and a 3001 dipole up about 40-odd feet and MC50. And that's about it over here. Glad to be home. Back to you, Guy. K0SED.
All right, good deal, Steve. Well, I hope you didn't tear up anything too bad.
I can still drive it, but it's going to take probably $3,000, $3,500 to fix it.
Yeah, well, it don't take a whole lot of damage to get to that dollar figure.
Oh, that's for sure.
All right, good deal. Sounding good over here, Steve. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, I still see output going out on the meter, so I know I'm making power out. So if anybody wants to check in with the Boat Anchors Unlimited, come now with your call sign suffix, please.
Contact.
And go ahead, contact.
Yeah, this is Dan again, Guy. Do you know anybody know how old Gary was?
I do not. Does anybody know Gary's age over?
He was older than me, I think, and I'm 72.
I can't remember, Dan. Was he in Orange? I don't remember.
I don't remember. I thought he was younger than me, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's the bridge we all come across one day.
Yeah, that's really a shame. He's a nice guy. I liked him.
Yeah, let me look on QRZ and see if they had his birthday.
All right, anybody else for the Boat Anchors? Come now, please. Well, Jay, you want to give it another whirl?
Oh, okay. I'll look on QRZ later. Yeah, see what's going on. Oh, I was gonna mention to Marty that that display would probably work fine if he put it down on somewhere in the neighborhood of 27185. It'd probably work.
That display will work all the bands. I've had one of them.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's see, folks. It's Boat Anchors Unlimited time, and if we've missed you, we have talked to you. See if my poor tired ears can hear you, and check in now, please.
Kilo India 5, Oscar.
Oscar, go ahead.
Roger, this is Mike in Austin.
Good evening, everybody on the Boat Anchors Net. I'm running a Drake R4A and a Drake T4X into a L4B going out to the ladder line and a 80-meter loop about 15, 20 feet off the ground. And got the Shure 444 desk mic. I think I'm putting out right around 11 or 1200 watts tonight. But it's good to hear everybody on the net, and it's KI500. Back to you, Jay.
All righty, Mike. Good deal. Yeah, you're sounding way out down here. No problems at all. Got a full. Well, you can't peg a meter on the Collins, but you're doing a fine job of trying.
Oh, Roger. Glad to hear that. I don't start this thing up very often, and I need to do it a little more. It seems like it's been a rough start to the year. I had that coughing flu that everybody else in the world had, and that took me out for like 6 weeks. That was miserable. It's KI500.
Yeah, I'm a lucky person. I haven't had the flu in years. If it would probably put me under the ground if I did, but I just stay away from people, except Belton. So please, don't come to Belton if you got the flu. Or, never mind, you can come to Belton, just don't come to the city. Well, anyway, just don't get the flu. That's even better. All righty, Mike, thanks for checking in. Anything else?
Nothing else. I did make it to Belton, man. That storm did a number on Belton, I tell you. I hope the fall is better.
It will be. It doesn't have any choice. All right. Thank you, Mike. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net tonight? Come now, please.
K5 JPH, not on the boat anchor, but want to wave a hand to everybody. Just got in the door. Didn't have time to get to 8:30 up warmed up.
Okay, James. Well, I'm waving right back at you. But you see, if you just leave that 8:30 turned on all the time, then all you'd have to do is run in there and just key it up.
I literally just walked in the door and forgot it was Wednesday. That's just the story of my life.
Okay. Well, good. You sound like you need to get some rest, or get some supper and then get some rest, or something. Anyway, we'll catch up with you in a little bit, maybe. Anything else?
I think it's time for a cocktail.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Too late.
Okie dokie. Anyone else for the Boat Anchors Net? Come now, please. Well, Guy, I believe it's your turn.
Well, I think we might have worn out there, Jay.
Possibility.
Lynn, you still on the air?
Well, I can say they haven't worn out the table saw that's running in my neighborhood, K5LYN.
Okay, well, I was just going to check to see if you had any last words of wisdom.
Yeah, if I had any wisdom, I'd be getting rid of this noise somehow. But, Guy, it hadn't happened. I'm going to work on it all this week. But I was here the whole time. The net was fun, and I heard about half of it. Y'all did a great job. K5LYN.
All right, good deal, Lynn. Yeah, and sad news, but it happens to all of us sooner or later. So, anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Nothing heard, and I'm going to put this little feller to bed, tie a ribbon on it, and we'll do it again next week along about Wednesday night at about 7:30 p.m. on this frequency, 3870. We'll have the finest hour of amateur radio again next week. So, 73 to everybody. I will return this frequency back to normal amateur use from Whiskey 5 Charlie, Mike Kilo.
KI500, do you hear WB5TXW?
Roger, I hear you, George. Go ahead, it's KI500.
Yeah, howdy, you know my name. I'm sorry I don't know or I forget your name. I'm just curious where you are located. I'm up here in the Crestview neighborhood in Austin. I'm going to turn off the amplifier. Over.
Well, my name's not hard for you to remember because my first name is George, and I'm out here past the Y in Oak Hill, about halfway between between Oak Hill and Dripping Springs on 290 West.
Oh, so you're out in the suburbs, really?
Yep, I'm out here with the cedar trees and hot rods.
Okay, let's see. Maybe that's somewhere, I forget the name of the road you go to get to the Salt Lick.
You turn down Nutty Brown Road, and I'm before you get to Nutty Brown Road, I'm just before Fitzhugh Road.
Gotcha. Haven't been out there in a while. I'd be scared to go out there. You know how much it's grown around here over.
Oh,
yeah, traffic out here is absolutely terrible now. There's a huge development in Belterra, and traffic is, it's like going down 183 back in the 90s. It's pretty bad. It's KI-500.
Yeah, they're building that big mall out there, too.
Mark, I heard Lynn.
Yeah, we know he is Mike, don't we?
Yeah, it's George Michael. So, you know, I go by George, I go by Mike.
Yeah, Mike, you and I visited. Now, did you join us for breakfast, or was it just over here one time?
I have not been to breakfast over there. I need to get up early enough to make that trip, because I'd certainly like to join y'all.
Well, it's El Nuevo, Mexico, every Saturday morning. They don't open the door till 8 o'clock, so you got time to get here, and we always have a great time.
Well, I'm going to put it on my calendar, because I'm definitely going to try to make it over there. KI-500.
Yeah, Anderson Lane and North Lamar.
Oh, yeah, right there close to DPS.
Yeah, a little north of that, but yeah.
No, not really close to DPS. More like 30 blocks north of DPS up Lamar.
How far north of DPS is it?
Well, it's before you get to 183.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of 2222.
Yeah, it's north of that. Yeah, before you get to 183.
Roger.
DPS headquarters is 5500 North Lamar, and I'm pretty sure Anderson Lane is the 8,000 block, 80 blocks north of the river.
Okay, I just had my cross street wrong. I was thinking over there closer to DPS, there's a little Mexican food place there I used to eat at when I was working at the health department.
Yeah, that's still a great place, too, but they don't serve breakfast.
Well, you can't go around Austin without tripping over Mexican food joints.
Boy, that's the truth.
Well, y'all, my noise is down 1S unit, but I think I'm going to call it an evening. 73 is all the way around. See y'all later. K5LYN.
73, KI-500.
George Michael. Perhaps you can find him on what? On the great internet. El Nuevo Mexico. They're right on Anderson Lane where there's a crazy intersection up there where it funnels into North Lamar.
Yeah, it's a little strip shopping center all made of red brick.
Okay, by the way, Lynn, I'm up for breakfast Saturday. I'll confirm on Friday on the great internet.
Yeah, looking forward to it. See you later. K5LYN. Out.
Cheerio. WB5TXW here.
Scott, you still in there in 5BTM? WA5SL in 5BTM. Nothing heard. In 5BTM clear.
Sounds good, Real. KWOZ.
Oh, thank you, Dan.
and good evening to you.
Yeah, and to you also. Is that what Scott was on, was a HW12A or something, or what?
Hot Water 12.
Yeah, okay, man. They both sound good. There were 3 of them on tonight. Even, Walt had his on. He sounded pretty good. He was plenty strong here.
Yeah, that's a low frequency, but yeah, he was, and I think he was just running barefoot, and I think Scott was just running barefoot. I mean, he had a whale of a signal for barefoot.
Yeah, oh yeah, he sure did.
I think he uses a D104 with that Hot Water 12 he's got. And,
yeah, I think that's what he said.
Yeah, somebody put an ALC circuit in that thing too, so he can drive an amp with it.
Shoot, hang on a minute. I got somebody buzzing my phone here. Let me see what that is. I'll be right back.
Florida.
Hello, Chatterisky.
Hey there, what's happening?
Not much. I'm on my green stuff.
Oh, you on your green stuff?
Yeah, hopefully I'm pretty close to frequency.
Kind of sound like you are there, Ralphie.
Well, all right. I heard you on AM this afternoon, and I think you was on 3880 or something like that. Sounded pretty good.
Yeah, I was giving these GS35s a workout.
Yeah, I know you're talking to Jack. Well, we just got a single GS35B we're using tonight.
Well, I'm still on the doubles. I was gonna mess with the bias, take that board back out, and I turned it on, fired it up, and I said, well, can't do that till I turn it back off. So I gotta take that board out. I gotta figure out what the hell the deal is. I check all the diodes, they all check good, but when I put it in there, it don't work.
I'll be darned. Well, I'm just monitoring grid current right now, and let's see, I've got maybe about less than 10 mils of grid current, and my static plate current is about 110 mils.
Well, that's pretty good. I run across another article on the deal the other day of a guy that he had some pretty good information about these 35s, and I figured, you needed to run a lot more static plate current. This island current sitting there, but according to what he come up with, you didn't need that much.
Well, I have about 30 volts of bias, and well, hey, let me ask you a question on on my bias circuit. I mean, I used the 30 volt Zener and put it across a pass transistor, and got a little relay on the board, and it shorts out the I don't know, it's a 45k ohm resistor or whatever, 10 watt, 20 watt. And then it goes up to I wound a little coil, a little choke actually, on a carbon carbon rod, about, I don't know, 3/8, 5/16 inch. And I forgot how many turns I put on there, maybe 48 inches, and I'm putting the bias through there. And then it goes over to the filament, one of the filaments there. So I don't know if you have one of those little chokes in there on your bias lead going into your cathode circuit there.
No, this in here, I got a center tap, and the center tap's coming into the bottom side of the relay, and I come off of the top side of the relay and go to the 30-volt stud-mounted Zener diode bolted to the chassis, and that's all I got, real.
Okay, I did not I did not do a center tap on this one. Interesting. Okay, well, it sounds good.
Well, the way you done it works too. I done that the YC156. I done that way because the transformer I was using didn't have a center tap, so that's what I done. I just come off, went through the relay, and I done the same thing. I had a little choke, and then I fed that back into the. Hell, I think I went straight to